It may hurt because there's some people that you're going to have to let go of. There's some people that can't come with you to the next level. They're not qualified to fly at the frequency that you're flying at. They cannot come.
One day, with sort of a curious look on his face, he said, Jim, just out of curiosity, tell me, how come you haven't done well up until now?
So how do you resurrect your attitude? How do you bring yourself back to life? How do you resuscitate yourself? How do you recognize that you matter?
You'll never be what you want to be. That's why you'll never have what you want to have. That's why you will never accomplish it. Well, you are all over the place. Success, guys, is a very, very lonely road, man. Along that road, you're not going to see too many friends. You're going to see your shadow most often. You gotta trust in the heart of hearts. Decide what you're doing, what you believe in. Is it a worthy cause, and win every fight? I wish I could tell you you're tired, go take a break. I wish I could tell you you're tired, rest for a year. I wish I could tell you that it's going to get easier.
And you got to get in touch with you. See, you can't have the dream unless you know you. Everybody wants this dream. Everybody wants this lifestyle, but they don't know themselves. And so you need to take some physical evaluation, some emotional and psychological evaluation, spiritual evaluation. And you got to figure out, okay, what works and what doesn't? And what are my boundaries and what are my limitations and what am I capable of and what do I need to work on? And then you need to connect with the people that believe in your dream. Life moves at the speed of your relationships, connections, and circles. You need to ask for forgiveness. You need to forgive yourself. You need to reprioritize your activities.
Excellent question. I thought, well, so I won't look too bad, I'll go through my list. And this list I just gave you, I put that on him. And he was very patient. He let me go through the whole thing, the government, the weather. I went through this whole thing. When I finished, he looked my list over very carefully. He said, Mr. Rohn, big problem with your list. You ain't on it. When I went to work for him a few months later, I learned very quickly to tear up my list, reasons for not doing well, and I threw it away. And I got me a fresh piece of paper. And I put one word on it. Me. There's a Black Heritage spiritual that says it's not my mother, nor my father, nor my brother, nor my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
Everybody wants the dream to come true, but nobody wants to reprioritize their activities. Nobody wants to hack into their habitual nature and build new habits that are going to give you the future that you seek after. If not now, then when? Dream big, start small. You got to dream big, start small, act now. Dream big, start small, act now. Stop waiting for the temperature to change. Stop waiting for your feelings to be in check. Stop waiting for everything to line up. It's never going to line up. It's never going to be perfect. You just got to jump. You just have to jump. There are no roses without rain. If you can remember that, then you will always see adversity as advantage and obstacle as opportunity. Know this, that your process may be messy, but your mess will become your message. So what is your why? Because if your why is powerful enough.
See, I used to blame everything outside. And then let me give you a little philosophy that helped turn my life around. For your notes, here it is. It's not what happens that determines the quality or the quantity of your life. It's not what happens. And the reason is because what happens to about everybody. No different. The sun went down on all of us last night. A common event, a happening. And I found out that the same things can happen to two different people. One gets rich and one stays poor. Why is that? It's because it's not what happens, but rather it's what you do that changes everything. So that's a key phrase. It's not what happens, it's what you do.
I wish I could tell you it's going to get easier. I wish I could tell you that if you just keep going, it's going to get lighter, but the weight is going to get lighter. I wish I could tell you You get to the point where enough is enough. You get to the point where it hurts real bad. You get to the point when it's over, when they're tired, when they're frustrated, when they're ready to give up, when they spent their last dime. That's when they get started. But what you cannot do is you cannot quit doing the process. You cannot give up.
Something starts to happen to a team who works like that. Let me tell you what happens to a team who works like that. I mean, they're meticulous. And when there's a dude in here not holding that standard, not one guy finds him, 6 guys get him and go, hey, that's not how we warm up. That's not how we train. That's not how we run sprints. That's not how we do our cardio around here, man. There's a standard on this team. We outwork everybody, right? Now, if you did that, you know what starts to happen to this team? You start to believe you deserve stuff you probably aren't good enough to get. You will literally win games you're not supposed to win. This team outworks everybody in their at-bat. They battle on every pitch when they're in the bat. I want you to think about that for a minute. I mean, what if you didn't give away a single freaking pitch all year batting? Not one dude. You grind every pitch, you battle every pitch. What if someone would have told me this when I was here? Battle every pitch, man. Every pitch is a fight. Every pitch is a battle. It's you, it's a team, but it's you and the dude with the wrong lid on the mound. Battle his ass.
Start believing within yourself that you do matter. Start looking up. Start climbing that mountain. We all got mountains to climb. They come in different shapes and sizes. Doesn't matter how strong or how weak you are, you must climb that mountain. Doesn't matter how many times you fall, you must climb that mountain. You may slip a few times, but you must climb that mountain.
It ain't what you see, you cannot give up. Work on yourself, work on your focus. You cannot stop, you got to work. The problem with you is you see difficult as something negative. I want you to see difficult differently. Are you hearing me? I need you to push through that stuff. Push through it. You can get through it. The more you go through, the more difficult it is, the more challenging it is. Listen to me, the harder it is. Are you hearing me? The more challenging it is. All you're doing, baby, is building muscles.
Right? Then what happens to this team? You start playing guys that are these all-American studs who don't work like you, and like, you don't want to Pacific. These dudes are freaks. I'm telling you, it's intimidating. You're not going to intimidate them when everyone's throwing mid-90s. You're not going to intimidate them with every dude 6'3" and just mashes in BP, although there'll be a few. You're going to intimidate them because you guys build a brand and an identity. Like, these dudes are psycho. That's what you do. Every pitcher battles on every count, no matter what the score is, every game. Every pitch is a battle. Everything the catcher does is called meticulously. Everybody comes back after an at-bat and gives good feedback to each other. Everybody trains together. You want to have fun today, this year, your career here? Be a part of the hardest working program in the country. I mean, just flat out, they bust everybody, man. It's so fun to work hard. It's so fun to win. It's so fun to have that identity. And I'm telling you, it will serve you when you leave here.
If you're looking over your shoulder and worrying about who's behind you, how can you focus on what's going on at the top of the mountain? So you slip, so you fall. But are you breathing? Can you feel your heart beating? Are you alive? Then keep climbing. Don't be worrying about what you can't control, but you can control your emotions. You can control the fight in you. If you truly desire success in your life, then you got to go up the mountain. And every step that you go up, it gets a little steeper. It gets a little harder. Sometimes when it gets harder, you may feel that you can't carry on. Nobody's gonna save you. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for you right now. You are the last man or last woman standing at this moment. And the only way you can go up is you got to believe.
In life, you're either going to a store or you're coming out. It's a part of life. There's no way around it, so just be careful not to allow the trials and the tribulations to consume you. I don't care. If you're a billionaire, I don't care if you're a CEO or the most important companies. I don't care if you're an entertainer like I don't care who you are. You will go to the moon. We all have problems. What I'm trying to tell you is this, though problems are part of life, but guess what? They're not like it's not going to be easy.